how them tables turn. Niggas bite the hand that feed them and them bridges burn. I try to tell my little shorty, but he ain't gon' learn. Effing in with them traces, boy, them bullets burn. She addicted to them perkies, she won't let them go. I put a bullet in her shit before she play me close. Niggas talking numbers, he gon' hear a tone. You gotta watch what you saying when you on that phone. Every month I'm in another city, bitch, I'm on that road. You don't see me with them niggas cause they probably told. I can't do no slime with you cause you probably fold. I do my dirt all alone, want nobody know. I try to put my partner on, he put a okie doke. Niggas ran off with the plug cause they probably broke. I ain't worried about no L's, I took a loss before. Realest nigga in my section, go ask Oldie Moe. I ain't playing games, tryna get this pack on before the day. Probably could've bought your life what I made. I done lost so many niggas to this game. I ain't playing games, tryna get this pack on before the day. Probably could've bought your life what I made. I done lost so many niggas to this game. I don't like to play. Nigga thought it was a game, now he DOA. You ain't got no lawyer money, you won't beat the case. License plate, recognition, got your ass on tape. Rubber gloves on my hands, I won't leave a trace. Everything calculated before I make a play. You can't hop up in my car, you might tell the Jakes. AR pistol in my pants, it ain't in my name. You ain't never lost your brother, you can't feel my pain. Ever since I lost my mama, I can't feel a thing. All my niggas turned on me, turned me to an 8. Niggas robbed me for my pack, but they ain't here today. Got revenge on some niggas, now they say I'm crazy. Bust a nut in her mouth, you can't have my baby. Tryna get this money, buy an island for my baby. Put some bullets in your shit, you tryna play me crazy. I ain't playing games, tryna get this pack on before the day. Probably could've bought your life what I made. I done lost so many niggas to this game. I ain't playing games, tryna get this pack on before the day. Probably could've bought your life what I made. I done lost so many niggas to this game.